Hi, in the previous class, we have seen the concept of what do you mean by relational schema, and also we have seen the practical examples of how to create the constraints along with how to work with the case. Now, in today's class, based on the earlier concepts, we are trying to create one relational schema where this database contains two tables. One is a person table, another one is a fruits table. Okay, so if you take the person table having three fields. One is PID, PName and F code. So PID is a kind of a primary key, and PName is unique and not null. F code is a kind of a foreign key. When F foreign key is deleted from the parent table, you have to perform on delete null, and when updated in the parent table, you have to make a cascade the data in the child table. And if you look into the fruits table, it contains the F code, meaning that fruits code, fruit name, fruit cost and their available location, right? So basically here, according to the requirement, F code is a primary key, F cost is a check constraint, available location is default India. Means if they are not going to enter any default value, we can able to place default value as India. Okay, guys, here observe the point is, this is a primary key. On this primary key, F code is referred. F code is referred, right? So when you are trying to delete something from the fruits table, we need to set null values for the child table person. When you are trying to perform update operation over the fruits table, you have to perform cascade, meaning that you have to update the same in the person table. This is what you have to design now, right? Yes. So you know the basic kind of queries, right? So guys, first try to analyze which table I have to create first, whether I have to create the person table or fruits table. I can say that we have to first create fruits table, because when you are trying to create the person table contains a foreign keys depend on fruits table, right? So without the existence of fruits table, how can we create the person table? That is not possible. So first you have to create the fruits table. Okay, fine. So you can use the simple uh, command create table. Table name is fruits, right? On this I have a column name as F code, which is a primary key. The syntax is like it has to be an integer, right? Assume that it is an integer data type for saving the code, and I am saying that it's a primary key. So you can write adjacent to the column, you can write the primary key. See guys, you can know, right? Column level constraints are there, table level constraints are there. Column level constraints where we are going to write adjacent to the column. Table level constraints we are going to write at the end of the table, right? Basically if you are going to apply the constraints on single column, we can call it as column level. If you are going to apply more than one column, we call it as column level constraints, sorry, table level constraints. Okay, we did with this one, and I'm trying to create F name. Assume that it's of type string, where it is going to store a maximum of 100 characters, and F cost. F cost is integer type, and which is of type check constraint. So I can make use of check, and this cost should be, assume it as greater than 10 rupees. So means every fruit cost should be greater than 10 rupees when you are trying to insert the data. And the next kind of attribute, that is available location, which is again a varchar of size 100. If you thought that user is not going to enter any value, you have to place the default value as India. The default value as India. This is the corresponding query for to create fruits table. Okay, fine. Let us try to do create for the person table. So you can simply do create table, table name is person, and first field name is PID, which is a primary key. So I can say that integer. Can I write the primary key directly here? Yes, you can directly write the here, but for the time being, for your understanding, you can able to write it at the end of the table also. I can write it, right? And I am going to define p name, which is varchar of 100. I should not allow null value, so I made it as not null, and also it should be unique. What are the meaning of this one? Here p name should be not null, meaning that I don't want to enter null values, as well as it should be unique values. It should be unique values, right? Next, I need to create f code column where it is a kind of foreign key. It's a kind of foreign key. So f code I made it as integer. Okay. Now foreign key I can write there itself, but I want to go with the at the end of the table. See, I am trying to write now primary key of the PID, right? So what I can do at the end of the table, you can write all kind of constraints. Primary key of PID. So what is the meaning of this one? In this particular table, PID will act as a primary key. And how we are going to create F code as a foreign key? So I can write as foreign key of what? What is the foreign key? Foreign key is F code, which is references to which table? References to fruits table. In fruits table, for which column it is referring? It is referring to again F code. It is referring to fruits table of F code, right? And when making some relations between one table to another table, there are two kind of table. One is parent table, another one is child table, right? So when something is happening on the parent table, what you have to do? When something is happened on the parent table, what you has to do? Like either update or delete. What you have to do? That was they have given. So what you can do now? I can make on delete. I am going to simply set null. On update, I will make the cascade, right? So is there anything missed? No, I think yes. Fine. Yes. So this is the way you can able to create the person table. Now what will happen now? When you are trying to insert certain data in the person table, at the F code level, it is going to first check for whether this F code is the present in the F code of fruits table or not, because we made some kind of foreign key relationship. That is the advantage of foreign key relationship. Okay, fine. So now try to do it with the practical. So I'm going to create the same thing. Let's create first table name fruits. So we can use the command create table name is fruits, where first column is fruits code, which is of type integer, and I don't want to allow null values as well as duplicate values. So I made as primary key. And second column name is fruits name, where it is going to allow maximum of 100 characters, and there is no constraint for this. And another column is fruits cost, which is of type integer and having a check constraints where every fruit cost should be greater than 10 rupees. Another column name is uh, available location, which is of type again string varchar of 100. And if user is not entered any data, then I have to place the default value, according to the given criteria as India. Okay, so I think I have given all four attributes. Let's press enter. Yes, query okay, zeros effective. So if I am going to describe the table called fruits, we can able to observe all the data what they have given, right? Fruit code must be primary key, and it should not allow null values, right? Whereas coming to fruit name, fruit cost, and available location, they can allow null values also, right? As they haven't given any criteria, so I haven't added the not null constraints to these three. Okay, now let us create another table, person table. Create table, table name is person. First field is PID, which is of type integer and it is primary key. But we have seen already how to add the key at the column level itself. So for the sake of your understandability, how to use adding the primary key at the end of the table, I am just changing the method, right? So the second field is p name, which is going to be varchar of 100, varchar of 100, and they are not allowing null values, and also they are not allowing duplicate values. That's why I made both constraints there itself. So which is unique as well as not null. And f code column is there, which is going to be uh, accept integer data, integer data. And this f code is actually a foreign key, actually a foreign key, which is referred to fruits table, right? So you can observe, I think yeah, we covered all the fields. Now I need to make a reference to the fruits table. So what I can do now, I can simply first create the primary key for the present table. What is the primary key for the present table? PID. I have created primary key. Now let's create foreign key. Foreign key means you have to use the keyword foreign key of, what is the foreign key of the present table? F code. F code is a foreign key which I am going to references to primary key of other table. The other table is fruits table. In the fruits table you have to refer it to F code, because that is a primary key, F code. And they have given constraints. On deleting you have to make set null, on update you have to make cascade. So you have to make, right, on delete, on delete I have to make set null. Similarly on update I have to make cascade, right? Yes, this is the corresponding query what we require, right? So we have added all the columns PID, pname, and F code we have added, and primary key added, foreign key which is referred to fruits table of F code, and on delete what you have to do, and on update what you have to do. If I press enter, yes. If I am going to describe the table person, which will define all the characteristics, right? So p name is not going to allow null values, as well as it is a unique key. PID is going to allow null values, sorry, is not going to allow null values because it is no, and it's a primary key. It's a primary key. F code allowing null values, because that is a property of foreign key, right? Foreign key can allow null values as well as duplicate values, and null means it's a kind of foreign key. Now let's try to insert some data into the for example, into the first person table. If I try to insert certain data into the person table, are we going to get error? Yes, because we are going to get a chance to insert certain data in the F code which is not available in the fruits table. So we are going to get the error. So let's check the first case. So insert into person. So person is a child table. Person. I am going to enter the person ID as, let me take it as 501, and person name as for example Jaya, and who bought what kind of fruit. Like for example, the fruit code is 101 we bought, right? Assume. If I press enter, you are going to get error, right? So but the thing is, here we got the error because of the syntax, right? So actually what you have to insert into person table name, person values of, right? Now if I press enter, you are going to get error because 101 is the fruit code which is not available in the fruits table at all, right? If I press enter, you are going to get cannot add or update a child row, a foreign constraint fails, because 101 is not at all available. How can we add it in the child table? That's the reason. So what I can do. First, I will try to print the data which is printed in both tables. Select star from fruits table, parent table. Select star from uh, person table. Yes, both are empty now. So first, I will try to add some data into the parents table. So in the parent table, insert into fruits values of assume that my fruit code is 101, fruit name is let us take guava, and the fruit cost is 25 rupees, and available location is Nojibid. Available location is Nojibid. Okay, if I press enter, is it going to be okay? Yes, data is valid, so it is going to insert it. Now we can check with another possibility. I am going to insert another fruit, that is fruit number 102. Assume the fruit is apple fruit and its cost is assume 15 rupees. 15 rupees also valid, and it is available at Srinagar. If I press enter, it is also valid. If I say that select star from fruit, yes, data is added. Okay, now try to observe. I am going to insert one more fruit, 10, it should be 103. I am going to add banana. I will add it as 5 rupees now. 5 rupees, and which location is available? Assume it as Vijayawada. If I enter, it should not allow. It's not allow because it is going to violate the constraint of check constraint. But actually, here it allowed. Here it allowed. If you check into the result of the table, select star from fruits. Yes, we added, but we added the check constraint here. The reason here is, in my system I am going to have a version of MySQL 8.0.0, which is not supported check constraint. So if you want to support the check constraint, you have to have a version of 8.0.16 above. That's the reason. So I hope you got clarity how to add the check constraint, right? So from the 8.0.16 version onwards, it will be supported. Okay, fine. Now, so try to observe. I am going to insert one more kind of a fruit where I am not inserting any kind of location. Guys, if you observe here, location is varchar 10 and its default value is India. So means, if even if I'm not going to enter any value, it has to provide the India value. So fruits of. So what I'm trying to insert here, I am trying to insert only fruit code, fruit name, and fruit cost. I'm not going to insert any other values. That's why I changed my insert query and assume that it is 35 rupees. So the fruit name is orange and it is 104. Is it going to allow? Yes. Query affected. If I try to print, yes, we got. Observe, guys. So because of default constraint, it has added as India. That is the advantage of one of the constraint called default constraint. Now we covered I think all kind of constraints in the parent table. Now let us try to insert certain data into the person table. Select star from person. As of now, it is empty. Now I am trying to insert into person table values of I am going to enter the person ID as 101 and person name as Jaya, and what fruit he bought. Assume that he bought the fruit code as 101. Is it a valid? Yes, because 101 is a part of the existing table. It is valid. So if I press enter, it is successful. So if you print data, yes, it is successful. Now I am going to enter. mm, 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 I am going to enter one more person, F502, and whose name is Krishna, whose fruit code is 105. Whose fruit code is 10. Guys, can I say 105 is valid? No. As we are having only 4 fruits in the market, how can we allow 105 fruit in the person list who bought the item, even it is not available in the market? It is invalid, right? So that's the reason here we are going to get as cannot add update a child row, a foreign constraint fails, because 105 is not at all available. So this is where you are going to get the concept of foreign keys. Foreign keys. Okay, fine. So along with all this, we have applied various kind of other constraints also, right? So p name should be not null and unique. P name should be not null and unique, and also PID should be a kind of primary key. Try to observe now. Even if I take 104, person ID is 502, and person name is Krishna, and person who bought fruit is 104. Now it is valid. It is valid. If I observe, yes, it is valid. Now what I will do now? I will try to insert a person name as 502, and person code as issue, and person fruit as 104 only. Now are you going to get error? Yes, you are going to get error, because here person ID is primary key. Duplicate entry 502 for the primary. So that is the advantage of primary key. So for time being, I will try to enter one more person 503, and whose fruit code is 104. 104. Okay, fine. And what about another possibility? Here you may get the chance of getting null values, right? So if I try to make modification of the query, insert into person, I am trying to take person ID, comma, fruit code I am just going to insert. I am not inserting the person name. Not inserting the person name. Then is your query is going to be allowed? No, you should not allow, because person name should not contain null values. So field p name does not have a default value. So what is the meaning of this one? First, when you are not going to insert any value, first it is going to check for whether there is any default constraint or not. If default constraint is there or not, it is going to insert null value. But trying to insert the null value will lead to not null constraint. So that's why it is going to show again as does not have a null value. So you should not insert null values. So I will make here as p name also, instead of deleting all the thing, and the name is Jaya. The name is Jaya. Guys, is it going to allow now? It also won't allow, because the p name should be unique according to our constraint. Observe, duplicate entry Jaya for the key p name, because key name Jaya already existed. That is the advantage of unique constraint. Okay, fine. Now I would like to show all the data which is present in the database. Select star from fruits, and select star from person. Yes, we got. See, no query successful because of this extra semicolon. Now try to understood. I would like to perform delete operation over the child table. Delete operation over the child table. Is there any problem for the delete operation over the child table? No. See, I will simply perform delete from person where PID equal to, I want to delete 502. Delete 502. So when you are trying to perform some operation on the child table, there won't be any kind of effect. Simply it was deleted. Yes, it was deleted. But if I am going to delete, for example, I am trying to delete 104 from the parent table. Observe, delete from fruits table where fruit code is 104. Where fruit code is 104, you are going to get error. No, you are not going to get error, because on deleting a particular record from the parent table, what has to do, that we defined earlier already, that is we have to set it as null. So try to observe, you got as, 104 from the parent table, what has to do, that we defined earlier already, that is we have to set it as null. So try to observe, you got as, 104 from the parent table, what has to do, that we defined earlier already, that is we have to set it as null. So try to observe, you got as, 104 from the parent table, what has to do, that we defined earlier already, that is we have to set it as null. So try to observe, you got as you got as one row affected. Now observe, I will try to print first fruits table. Fruits table, is it affected? Yes. 104 was deleted. Now try to observe the same thing on the person table. Yes. See, observe, on delete I made them as null, meaning that whatever it is referred 104, that I set it as null. Set it as null. Now one more deletion I am trying to do. Delete from uh, fruits table where uh, where let me call f code equal to 101. F code equal to 10, meaning that if I am trying to delete 101, on delete what is going to happen, this 101 is going to replace with null value. Okay, now I don't want to go with deletion, I want to go with update value, update code, right? So update, the table name is fruits, the table name is fruits, where f code equal to 101. What I need to update, that you have to define, right? You have to define the set um, f code equal to, f code equal to 106, 106, meaning that wherever the f code 101 is there, that I need to update it as 106. Try to observe. Yes, one row matched. If I print the data, yes, for 101 is going to replace with 106. Observe. So actually 101 is Goa. For that Goa 106 is updated. Now is it updated in the this table, person table? Yes. Observe. F code is 106. Earlier it was 101. Earlier it was 101. That was updated to 106. That is the advantage of foreign keys. So when something is going to happen in the parent table, on the child table, what you have to do? That is a meaning defined by the foreign key. I hope you understood this example clearly. Thank you.